Friday greetings. I'm not sure it's a happy Friday because things seem to be so up in the air, but we are a planet in ascension. We are humanity in ascension. We have been in the dark and in the shadow for eons. And I am the author of the trilogy, Words of the Temple, A New Humanity, which really describes what it is we've been going through, are going through, and will be going through. And this video is for entertainment purposes only. And in my trilogy, I begin with a diagram that is called One Platonic Year. And the sun, this is where the sun is. It takes 26,000 years to go through all 12 signs of the zodiac. It actually goes around Alcyon, the brightest star in the Pleiadian star system. And it's in each sun sign for 2,160 years. We are moving from Pisces into Aquarius, but for 13,000 years, and what Cryon says is actually eons, we have been in the dark and we have been in the shadow. And in the shadow, we have duality, we have polarity, we have masculine, feminine reversal, and we have separation from unity. We are in separation consciousness down here. And then when we get to this part right here where the sun is, look at this goes across. This is actually the line of where our galaxy is. And right now, the sun, from the perspective of the Earth, is lined up with the center of our galaxy. And if you look, so this is the solstice line. This is where the sun goes around, 26,000 years. Right now, it's right at the line of the galaxy. This is the equinox line, half and half. This is a cross. It's a galactic cross. We are at a crossroads for humanity. And this is a huge struggle, power struggle that we are witnessing, because on 12/21/2012, halfway through the precession of the equinoxes, which is when the sun moves through the galaxy and lines up with the center of it from the perspective of the Earth, we move into the light. And so it takes 36 years for the precession of the equinoxes, which is when we have the galactic alignment of the cross, which is not a religious symbol, it is an astronomical symbol. Everything comes from astronomy and astrology. They just borrowed it and created their own meaning around it. But the cross is a crossroads, and that's where we're at. And you will notice we are moving into the light. And what's in the light? Unity consciousness, the balance of the masculine and feminine coming together, remembering that we are one, because we used to know that. Because this 26,000 year cycle has been going on for eons. Homo sapiens sapien has been here for 200,000 years. So this is our 8th time going through this. But for whatever reason that I don't know, this time is the time that we move through the precession of the equinoxes into ascension status. We go into the light permanently. And so there is a power struggle taking place on the planet between the dark, which has been in charge for eons and is not willing to give up its power. It's not going to just hand it over. And so it is fighting for its life. And you know how we can tell it's fighting for its life? It's just doing it right out in the open. It can't even hide it anymore. You know, they used to put little pretty bows on it, wrap it up in wrapping paper, and present it to us as something humanitarian. Out the window. But the universe is going forward. And the universe always has a plan. Matt Kahn wrote a book with that title. I didn't quote from the book, but I use that title a lot in book 1 of this trilogy. The universe always has a plan. And the plan is that humanity is a planet in ascension. And when we made it past that marker, which is the end of the Mayan calendar, 12/21/2012, we moved into the light. And we are not going to destroy ourselves because now we're in unity consciousness. We passed the marker. And so unity consciousness is growing. The light is growing. And what's happening is we can see what the dark is doing that we could not see when we were not in the light. And we're like, oh, that's terrible. You can't do that. And they're like, oh, whatever. We've been doing this all along and you haven't been able to do anything about it. So good luck. And that's kind of where we're at right now. So I just want you to know that it's up to each one of us to be the light, to stay balanced, to focus on our lives, to make things better for ourselves, to make things better for our families, our communities, to continue to do what it is that we do, to make life better for everyone on this planet. And so all of this nonsense going on, that's been going on since January 20th, 2025, is an illusion. It is a delusion. None of it is real. This is not how the universe operates. The universe is just and balanced. And so there will be a course correction that will be taking place. And I like to remind everyone that on November 20th, 2024, Pluto moved into Aquarius. And Pluto is blowing everything up. And Aquarius is for humanity and humanitarian purposes. It is the power to the people. And one of these days, not too far distant, the power is going to be taken by the people and they are going to blow up this experiment of deconstructing what is good and promoting what is not good. And so we get to see what is the dark doing? What is their agenda? Right now, it's cruelty. And Cryon wrote that there will come a time when there will be cruelty or compassion and nothing in between. And that's the time we're in. We're in the precession of the equinoxes. It's a 36-year period where we make the shift as humanity from the shadow to the light. It is a huge transition that is taking place, and it's about the consciousness of each and every one of us. So if we stay in the light, we stay in love, we stay in joy, we hold each other up, we ignore the nonsense and the chaos and the illusion and delusion being presented to us as just that. And we go on with our lives and we keep our hearts open and our minds open, and we know that we are a planet moving into ascension. We are humanity moving into ascension. And Cryon has been talking about time as a circle. And so for humanity, he uses the analogy of a train track. And I have discussed this before in videos. And so this is the train track, okay? There's a train track. And we've been on this train track for a long time, where history just repeats itself. One war after another. One divisive event after another. But when we hit this point on 12/21/2012, guess what? We went on a new track. We got off this track. We moved into the light and we went on a new track. And the new track is new energy. And the old track of repeating history is old energy. And so now we're on a new track, and it's taking us to world peace and beyond, because we're a planet in ascension. So eventually we're going to be able to time travel. We're going to be able to just get ourselves to another planet just by thinking about it. But we are far from that right now. We're in the birthing of moving into a much greater expression of who and what we are. So we're on a new train track, and it's new energy. And the old energy has come along and done everything it can to derail our train. But you know what? We're still on this new train track, and it is repelling them. And they're going to be thrown off the train. And they're going to be left behind, because we are moving toward more love, more unity, more compassion, more kindness. We're moving into the dispensation of the age of compassion. It's the Aquarian age. It's power to the people. And so I want you to know that you just need to hold on, go into your heart, open it up, send out love and light to anybody who needs help on this planet. And there are a lot of us. And enjoy what it is that you have in your life. Enjoy the people in your life. Stay in the joy. And have a great week. Because you know what? We are winning. The light is winning, which is why we can see the dastardly things that they're up to. And this is new. And it is great news.